One reason is it really is in the best interest of physicians if there's not another option for them to get an EHR. The hospital really can do good by the community, if you will, by helping them acquire a system, whereas they may not be able to get one at all, especially not a more top-of-the-line EHR vendor that they wouldn't otherwise be able to afford. The other reason that's more of a short-term importance is because the hospital may be approached by multiple practices in the community that have different EHRs, all wanting to interface or exchange data with the hospital system. If the hospital is hosting the primary system and can get everyone on their platform, then that eliminates that need to have a lot of independent point-to-point interfaces where they're supporting integration with a lot of different vendors, a lot of different independent systems in the community. But the most important reason that they would want to do it is because it's a really good physician alignment strategy. And so if either they're not ready to get into the physician employment business, or if the physicians themselves in a particular practice or maybe in the community aren't ready to become employed by the hospital yet, this is a good way to get a strong relationship between the physicians and the hospital where they're sharing information. It makes it easier for the physicians to do business with that hospital and vice versa. And it's a really sticky relationship because once a practice is implemented in EHR, it really is difficult to switch over. And so it really locks in that relationship for the long term if that relationship is based on use of a common EHR system. From a hospital's perspective, the main thing that they need to think about in terms of a disadvantage is the fact that they really are becoming an EHR vendor and everything that comes with that. So they have to figure out how much they're going to charge for the system, both upfront and long term. They have to have separate contracting and participation agreements between them and the physicians, in addition to all the contracts that they would normally have to have between themselves and the vendor. They have to have support teams in place. They have to have service level agreements in place, help desk, and quite frankly, usually a pretty demanding customer base in those physician practices that are going to be asking them for as much support as they may be asking an EHR vendor. So it's a big transition from being a care provider organization to a technology vendor. Definitely. So as you know, the rules were extended at the end of 2013. They were originally set to expire, but now hospitals still have the opportunity to either extend the donation arrangement that they had or start a new one. And what we're expecting is that a lot of the replacement work may actually be supported by hospital donation arrangements. You have to be careful in that situation because a hospital can't donate a comparable system. So you can't, if they have the same version of the same vendor, you can't start donating same version, same vendor. But if you are giving them an enhancement or an improvement over the system that they have, maybe the system that they're using is no longer certified, they can't make meaningful use with it, etc. This is a good opportunity to help those practices move to more advanced technology than what they're already using.